So first given data, design a cast iron piston. So material type is given here, cast iron piston for a single acting four-stroke engine for the following data. Bore diameter. So first I'm writing bore diameter capital D, 100 mm. Stroke length capital L, 125 mm. Maximum gas pressure, um, maximum gas pressure Is it my voice is are you am I audible to you, Babu?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear my voice, Babu?
Yes, sir.
So now tell me the TH value. Do it first, Babu. If you are unable to speak, you can uh, write the answer in a chat box. So you are taking away, you are wasting the time. So what is the answer? 15.7, nothing but nearly equal to 16 mm. Now on the basis of heat dissipation, the equation is H by 12.56 into thermal conductivity into Tc minus Te. Tc is the temperature of the piston at the center. Te is the temperature of the piston at the edges. Okay. Now what is H here? H is the heat generated or heat dissipating here. Okay. So to calculate this H value, I am writing the equation. H is equal to what is the C into HCV into mass of oil consumption or fuel consumption into brake power. So C value is a constant, this is 0.05 into HCV value. HCV value is given 45 into 10 to the power of 3. So 45 into 10 to the power of 3. And M value is given, see here, M value is given here, uh, M value 0.515. So before this part, we require the brake power. So brake power is mechanical efficiency equal, we have one relation, brake power by indicated power, IP. Okay, so brake power equal mechanical efficiency into indicated power. So again we don't know the indicated power. So to get this one IP value, what relation we have? Mean effective pressure into L A into N by 60. So mean effective pressure is given in the question for how much 0.75 and the L value is given 125. So here IP value is getting in power in watts. So we have to substitute this value in terms of meters. So in terms of meters means 0.125 into area. So area how much? So again area here I am calculating 5 by 4 into d square. So d square is 100 square. So how much? 7855. 7855 mm square. So that area we need to substitute here in terms of uh, mm square. 7855 into n. So here n is the what is this is a 4-stroke engine or 2-stroke engine. If it is 2-stroke engine, n value n is the speed here. N is the speed here. So if it is 2-stroke value, directly we can take 2000 because this is a 4-stroke engine. Question itself mentioning 4-stroke engine. So that's the reason whatever the speed is given, we have to make a half. That is a 1000 divided by 60. Or tell me the this IP value how much? Tell me the IP value. Tell me the IP value, Babu. Everything is written on the screen. Just substitute the values in CalC and get the answer. If you are unable to speak, you can put a message in a message box. How much the indicated power value? Answer. How much, Babu? So after getting the indicated power, substitute the value here. That is mechanical efficiency is 80% is given 0.8 into IP value. First tell me the IP value, then we'll get the BP value. Very good. 12273. 12273. What is that person given the answer? Quotation very good. 12273.43. Now tell me the BP value, brake power. So 0.8 into brake power. How much the brake power? Do it fast, Babu. Brake power, how much? 9.8. You are taking too much. Too much time you are taking. Now, here I am writing brake power 9.8. Now see here, C value is a constant. HCV value is given in the question. And mass of fuel consumption is 0.15. Here it is given kg per brake per. So sorry, here it is given in terms of hours. This one we need to convert into seconds, kg per brake power per seconds, because see here, this value we are getting this value we are getting in terms of watts. Watts is nothing but joules per second. So second, here we are getting the answer in terms of seconds. So that's the reason we need to convert this mass of fuel consumption into, this is given in terms of hours, that we need to convert into seconds. So for that, how much seconds means 0.15 into hours means 60 into 60. Okay, so how much it will, 0.15 into 60 into 60, how much, 60 into 60, not at all you are doing wow. Here I have to do the answer, again writing the answer, it will waste of time. 540. Okay, not say. This one is 60 into 60, not divided by 60 to 60. So then we'll get the answer 41.7 into 10 to the power of 6 minus 6. So now it is in kg per brake power per second. So this value I am writing here, 41.7 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay. Now what is the h value? Substitute the all values. Tell me the value of h. 0.5, 0.05 into 45 into 10 to the power of 3000, 1000 into 41.7, 41.7 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 9.8. So h value is 860 watts. H value is 860 watts. Okay, Babu. So after getting the H value, substitute here, and here we need to substitute the H value. Now K value, thermal conductivity value. So thermal conductivity value, how much? Here K value, because the materials here, what type of material is given? Cast iron material is given. So for the cast iron material, the K value is 46.6 watt per meter per degree centigrade. This one we have to select, and Tc minus Te, temperature of the piston at the center and temperature of the piston at the edge. For the cast iron material, Tc minus Te is, instead I said 220 degrees centigrade we need to take. So substitute the all values here. First one, H value, how much we got? 860 watts. H value we got 860 divided by 12.56 into 46.6 into 220. Now tell me the TH value. Tell me the TH value. Tell me the TH value. Here I am writing TH value 860 divided by 12.56 into 46.6 into 220. So how much this one? 6.7 mm. Okay, we got the, this is the answer for the based on the heat dissipation criteria, and this is the 16 mm based on the strength criteria. So what I said in the design procedure, between these two HTH values, this is the TH value for based on the strength, and this is the one based on the heat dissipation criteria. So after calculating these two, whichever giving the larger value, that value we need to select. Now which one is the larger here? The 16 is the larger one. So hence taking the larger value of the two values, and we have to adopt the thickness of the cylinder head as a 16 mm. Like that you have to write the comment. Okay. Now one statement is that if TH value is getting greater than 6 mm, so what we have to provide? We have to provide the what the cap. That cap we need to provide here. So L by D ratio we need to check for providing the cap. L by D ratio is, L value is given here 125. D value we got, it is given in the question. So L by D ratio is 1.25. Okay, so therefore a cap is in the top portion of the piston head. So with radius is 0.7 into D. So 0.7 into D means 0.7 into 100. So 0.7 into 100 is 70 mm. Okay, this is for the cap at the top of the piston head. Okay, now second one is the radial ribs. This is the first point we completed. Now second one is the radial ribs. Radial ribs. The radial ribs may be uh, 2 to 4. Maybe we can select 2 or we can select 4 numbers. Number of means the ribs we can provide the 2, or ribs we can provide the 4. Okay. Now the thickness of the rib is TH by 3 to TH by 2. Okay. So how much TH we got? 16 we got. Okay. So 16 divided by 3 to 16 divided by 2. It means 5.33 to 8. Okay. So the range is given 5.33 to 8. So the reason I am taking the middle of the value as a 7 mm thickness of the rib. And now third one, piston rings. Piston rings. So piston rings. So to calculate the piston rings, uh, here we assumed here number of rings are 4. Number of rings are 4. I'm assuming as a 4. Here out of 4, 3 are compression rings and one is the oil controlling ring. Okay. And now each ring is having the two dimensions T1 and T2. T1 is the radial thickness, T2 is the axial thickness. So what is the radial thickness? The equation I'm writing, D into square root of 3 into working pressure by sigma T. Sigma T. Now bore diameter is given 100 mm and working pressure. So this working pressure is not given. Question mentioned that assume any suitable data required. So that reason I am assuming EW as 0.035 Newton per mm square and the sigma t value also not given in the question. So the reason I am assuming, because it is a cast iron piston, so sigma t for the piston ring material 90 megapascal. These two are I'm assuming. Okay, now right here 0.035 by 90. Now how much this one? Substitute these values. 100 square root of 3 into 0.35 by divided by 90. So how much this one? 3.4 mm. Now T2, this is a T1. Now T1 is the radial thickness. Now axial thickness, the equation is we have two relations. One relation is 0.7 T1 to T1, or D by 10 into number of rings. We have these two relations. So first I'm calculating with this first relation 0.7 into T1. T1 how much I got? 3.4 to 3.4. Okay. Now what is the answer? 0.7 into 3.4. 0.7 into 3.4. 2.38 to 3.4 mm, and this is the values. So based on this value, the range is I got 2.38 to 3.4. So middle of the value I'm taking as 3 mm. Okay. Now based on the second equation, d by d is given 100 by 10 into number of rings. How many number of rings I consider here? The number of rings I am assuming. I'm assuming this is the number of rings as a 4. So 4. So how much this one? 2.5 mm. Okay, 2.5 mm. So thus here axial thickness of the piston, as already we calculated here, as 3 mm. So it means with this equation we got the 3, and with this equation we got the 2.5. Which one is the maximum? 3 is the maximum. So maximum value I'm taking as a P1. This is the axial thickness. Okay, and just wait, just wait, Amma. Now T1, T2 we calculated, and the distance from the top of the piston to the first groove, that is B1. B1 is nothing but distance from the top of the piston head to the first ring groove. That distance is referred as a B1. Okay, nothing but this is the width of the top line. Width of the top line. So B1. So this equation is TH2. TH2. How much the 1.22 TH? 1.22 TH. So TH value how much we got? 16 to 1.2 into 16. Range I am writing about 16 to 2, 1.2 into 16. So how much 16 to 2? 1.6 into 2, 19.2 mm. So from this range, which one? The range I written, the answer I got 16 to 9.2. So I am selecting 18 mm. Okay. Your wish, Babu. You can select 19, you can select 17, you can select 16. Okay. And the B2. B2 is the distance between the grooves, means bottom line. So this is the relation we have 0.75 T2 to T2. Okay, so I'm writing 0.75 T2. How much we got in the previous? T2 value how much I got? T2 value, sorry, I written the T1 one. It's the one T1, not T2. T2 value how much I got? 3. 0.75 into 3 to 3. So 0.75 into 3 how much? 2. 0.75 into 3. 2.25. 2.25 T 3 mm. So here you are Babu, you can select anyone. Range is 2.25 to 3. So B1 I am taking, so B2, sorry, B2 I am taking 2.5. This is the B1, this is the B2. Okay. And now we know the gap between the free ends of the ring is free ends gap between the free ends of the ring gap 1 I am writing here 0.002 into D to 0.004 D. It means 0.002 into 100 to 0.004 to 100. How much this one? 0.2 to 0.4. Okay, so this is the one G1. Sorry, this is for the G2. G2. G2 is the gap when the piston is inserted in the cylinder. Gap between the rings when the piston is inserted in the cylinder. So 0.2 to 0.4. So I am selecting the middle of the range 0.2, 0.3 I am selecting. This is G2. G1 is before inserting the piston inside the cylinder. The gap between the each ring is the relation we have 3.5 T1 to 4 T1. 3.5 into T1 how much I got? T1 4 into 4. Sorry. T1 how much I got? T1 3.4. T1 how much I got? 3.4. So 3.4, 3.4, here 3.4. It means 3.5 into 3.4, 11.9 to 13.6 mm. So middle of the value I'm taking 11.9 to 13 means middle of the value I'm taking 12 point something 7. Take this is the G1. G is the gap before G1 is the before inserting the piston into the cylinder, and gap between the rings after insertion of the piston inside the cylinder. Okay. G1 G2 calculated. This is the third question. Piston ring section. Okay. Now piston barrel. Fourth one. Piston barrel. Piston barrel. So since the radial depth of the piston ring grooves, that is B, is about 0.4 mm more than the radial thickness. More than the radial thickness. So that's the reason P I am writing here 0.4 in 0.4 plus T1. So T1 how much I got? 3.4 plus 0.4, that is 3.8 mm. Okay, and now maximum thickness of the barrel, that is denoted by T3. Maximum thickness of the barrel, that is denoted by T3, that is the relation 0.03D plus B plus 4.5 mm. So 0.03 into 100 core diameter plus B value I got 3.8 plus 4.5. So how much this one? 0.03 into 100 plus 3.8 plus 4.5. The answer is 11.3 T3. And the piston wall thickness towards the open end, that is denoted by T4. T4. The relation is 0.25 T3 to 0.35 T3. So 0.25 T3, how much we got? T3 11.3 to 0.35 to 11.3. So how much is 1.25 into 11.3? 2.8. 0.35 into 11.3. 3.9. So 2.8 to 3.9. Any middle value I'm taking 3.4. That is T4. Okay, Babu? This is the fourth. Now fifth one is the piston skirt. Piston skirt. So piston skirt, here small l represents the length of the piston skirt in mm, and we know the maximum side thrust on the cylinder was due to the gas pressure is side thrust I'm writing equal force into pi by 4 square. Okay, now this is the point 1 we got, and bore diameter is given in the question as 100 mm square into 5. This point 1 I'm taking for the there will be a friction between the piston and cylinder wall. So the reason the coefficient of friction I'm taking point 1 here, and this is the pressure is creating inside the cylinder. So how much is 1 pi by 4 into d square to 5. So how much the answer? This one 3928 newtons. Okay, and also we know the side thrust because of the bearing pressure, that is bearing pressure Bp into area. What is the area? D into L. So bearing pressure, um, question itself not mention the bearing pressure. So the reason I'm assuming here mu is a point 1 and bearing pressure how much 0.45 Newton per mm square. These two are I'm assuming. Okay, 0.45 into bore diameter 100 mm. So bore diameter is 100 mm given, and L I don't know. Okay, so this is the first equation and this is the second equation. So equate these two equations. 1 equal to, so 1 equal to is a 3928 minus equal 0.45 into 100 into L. Now what is the L here? Length of the piston skirt. So length of the piston skirt 3928 divided by 0.45 into 100. Substitute these values. 3.3928 divided by 0.45, it means 45. This is nothing but 45. So how much the answer? 87.3. That is nothing but 90 mm. Okay. Now the total, this is the length of the piston skirt. Length of the piston skirt. Now total length of the piston, how much? Total length of the piston is length of the piston skirt plus length of the ring section, length of the ring section plus length of the piston skirt. Sorry, already show, and top land width B1. So this one we got as a 90. Length of the ring section, how much? So I'm going to the diagram. So see here, length of the ring section is 1, 2, 3, 4 rings we are using. Okay, 4 into T2, because this is the thickness T2. 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 4 into T2 plus, and how many base lands here? 1, 2, 3. That is 3 into B2. Getting Babu? See here, 4 rings I am using in the answer. So each ring is having the axial thickness is the T2. So T2, here one T2, here one T2, here one T2, and here one T2. So how many rings I am using? 4 rings. So the reason 4 into T2 plus this gap B2, B2, B2. That is the total length of the ring section. 3 into B2. Okay. Now I am writing here 4 into T2 plus 3 into B2. And B1 we got the answer as a 18. Okay. T2 also we got, B1 also we got, sorry, B2 also we got. So I am writing here 90 plus 4 into T2 value I got as a 3 plus 3 into B2 value how much? 3 we got in the answer plus 18. Now what is the total length of the piston? Add this one, 90 plus 4 into 3, 12 plus 9 and 3. So that is 21. 90 plus 20, 110, 111 plus 18. 18, that is 129. So it means I am taking nearly equal to round figure, that is the 130 mm. This is the total length of the piston. Okay, wow. And the last parameter is piston pin. The last one is the piston pin. So for the piston pin, D0 is the outside diameter of the pin. Okay, and L1 is the length of the pin at the bushes, and B1 for the bearing pressure at the piston pin. So bearing pressure is not given in the question, so that's the reason I am assuming I'm assuming bearing pressure at the piston pin. Already we written the B, P suffix B. So I am writing the 1. 25 Newton per mm square. Okay. And now the load acting on the piston due to the gas pressure. The load is acting on the piston due to the gas pressure is pi by 4 into d square into pressure. So that is how much? Pi by 4 into d square, 100 square into 5. So how much this one? Already we got this answer, 39275 Newton. Okay. Now the load is acting. This load acting on the piston is distributed over the piston pin. So the reason again we are considering this one. And because of the piston piston pin is subject to the bearing pressure, another load acting on the piston pin, that is bearing pressure into area. What is the area here? D naught into overall length L1. Okay, overall length of the piston pin. So 25 into D naught. D naught is D naught is not given. So D naught as it is I am writing. So that is the way I calculate D naught into L1. L1 also not given. So L1 I am considering in terms of D 0.45 into D. So 0.45 into 100, that is 45. Okay. So what is answer this one? 25 into 45 triple double 1 D naught. Now this is equation number 1 is the second one. So I'm equating 1 equal to, that is 39275 equal 1125 into D naught. Now what is the D naught here? D naught here 39275 by 1125. So how much the value? 34.9. That is equal to 35 mm. The diameter of the piston pin is 35 mm. Okay. And now D naught we calculate, and Di is the inside diameter of the piston. So piston pin is having the hollow circular portion. Hollow circular portion. This is the D naught, and the inner diameter is the Di, and this is the L1. Okay. And now Di. Di we have one relation. Di is the internal diameter of the piston pin, 0.6 into D naught. So 0.6 into D naught we got as a 35. So how much this one? 0.6 into 35. 35, 21 mm. 21 mm. Now, whether these parameters we calculated, what we calculated, D naught, Di and L1 we calculated. These parameters are under safe condition or not, lies under the safe condition or not, we need to check. So for checking purpose, what is the permissible limit is given for the bending stress value. Bending stress value is given 140 megapascal. It is a permissible limit. Now I am calculating separately sigma b. I am comparing with this value. I am comparing with this value. Sigma b I am calculating separately, that is bending moment by section modulus. So what is the bending moment here? Bending moment yesterday we calculated PD by 8. P is the bearing pressure, sorry, not load acting on the gas load acting on the piston due to gas pressure 275 into bore diameter 100 by 8. This is the one. And section modulus. Section modulus is because this is the piston pin is a hollow circular portion. So that's the reason pi by 32 into d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by d naught power. So that's d naught. So that is pi by 32 pi by 32 into pi by 32 into pi by 32 into d naught, how much? 35 I got. 35 square, sorry, power 4 minus 21 power 4 by 35. Now substitute these values. Sigma b equal, how much this one? 39,275 into 100 by 80, not 88. How much this one? 491 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton mm. And this one how much? Pi by 32 into 35 into power 4, 21 power 4 by 35. How much? 3664. Okay. Now substitute here. 491 into 10 to the power of 3 by 3664. Now how much this one? 491 into 10 to the power of 3 by 3664. 134 megapascal. That is sigma b. Now our calibrated value is 134. Permissible limit is given 140. It means it is less than our calculated value is less than the permissible value. So hence our design is safe. Okay. So design is safe, nothing but whatever the design is safe, nothing but whatever the parameter we calculated, d naught, di we calculated, that are going to sustain the whatever the bending bending load is acting on the piston pin, that is going to sustain. So because this is a maximum permissible limit for the given material for the piston pin, but we are getting the 134, so that's the reason our design is safe. So regarding this problem, do you have any doubts? You can ask about any doubts regarding today's problem. Thank you. I'm taking the attendance.